Hi. So this week's series of videos about leaders and clarity was inspired by a video that went viral on TikTok from Nick Shackleton-Jones, and I've put a link to it in this week's newsletter because I highly recommend you go and take a look. And Nick was talking about the real reason you are being asked or told to return to the office. And he said that leaders think that leading was walking up and down the corridors in their suits and ties, because most of those senior leaders are still predominantly men. So walking up down the corridors in their suit and tie, feeling rather important, people asking to have meetings with them, having drinks with clients after work, being listened to in meetings and being allowed to speak first, and so on. And then along came a pandemic. And all of a sudden those people were just another person in a t-shirt on a Zoom call. And they didn't feel as important as they had done. And in fact, they were lost. They didn't know what to do. Their empire was in the office. Their crown was in the office. Their identity was in the office. And that's the reason they want you to go back to the office to rebuild their kingdom. And he's not wrong. Because none of the arguments for people to return to the office hold any grounds. And I've talked a few weeks ago about Colin Chandler versus Westpac, asking her to work from home on a permanent basis, and the Fair Work Commission Australia upheld her request because Westpac could not come up with a business reason why she couldn't achieve her outcomes and everything that they wanted with her working from home. So it's a wake-up call for leaders to say the way I led pre-pandemic probably wasn't right then, but it certainly isn't right now. And it's time to wake up and realise what leadership really is and what it isn't. It's certainly not walking corridors and feeling important.